Hello and welcome to 2013. I'm stoked because I started to listen to some really cool electronic music, like indie electronic music. I'm not actually sure what to call it all. Around this time, really kicked off in 2014, but yeah, it's starting to ramp up. So, don't know what was going on with like popular music at all. Probably not even rock. I was very in the electronic world, but how about y'all? What are we listening to? Whoa, look at all the requests. Ooh. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Good. Okay. Well, quick announcement if you didn't read the pinned post. New format today. First 90 minutes is for super chats only, but I will not be able to get to them all, so you are taking a risk. By, submitting a super chat. I cannot guarantee I can play them all anymore. There's just too many. Last 30 minutes will be for general chat requests, so please save your general chat request for the last 30 minutes or I won't see it. And please be kind and civil. If you're not enjoying a song, just hang out, wait, and hopefully something better will come on next. Only songs from 2013, originally released in 2013. So please double check before you make a request because I am not going to check. 5 minutes in length maximum. Otherwise, I will probably just fade it out just so we can get to everyone's request. Well, not everyone's, but, as many as possible. If you like these kind of listening parties, I do a song request listening party at the end of the month on Patreon. Anything else? I will only play one song per artist, heads up, and one request per person. Okay, I think that's everything. So in that case, let's just go for it. Let's not waste any more time. I know exactly what we're going to start with. We're going to start with R.S. Mickey's request, Britney Spears' Work Bitch. Because, oh wait, that would be such a good, stretch break in the middle though. Okay, I'm sorry. I changed my mind. Arsh Mickey, I hope that's okay. Let's do it in an hour. That'll be our get up, move around song. That's amazing. Okay. In that case, I'd like to start with... Hang on. Ooh. Let's start with Marcine's request, Braids, December. I don't know the song, but I have in my favorites a Braids song called The Heart is Letting Go, I think is what it's called. And it's amazing. So I'd love to hear more Braids. Let's do it. Trying to find it. So far, it's just a bunch of tutorials on how to do braids. Wonder if it's from that album. No, okay. I'm gonna look on my streaming. There it is. I found it.
Lost my heart through the winter. Take some time of getting used to. Say used to. There's some road I visit that where it forks out from you.
Okay, if you like that, you should definitely listen to their song Letting Go. Oh my God, it's so incredible. I love their blend of, I mean, all the Braids songs I've heard so far have had programmed drums and keys. And, but then her voice feels so organic. I don't know. It's got that like indie meshing of electronic and organic sounds, just like beautiful. I'm not sure if they ever have like, you know, any like live instruments, but I don't know. It doesn't feel whatsoever overly electronic and sterile. It's just very living, breathing, and beautiful. This one has this really like dreamy quality to me because it's sort of going between these two places over and over again, and it never ever moves away. So it just, I don't know, it just feels like you're being sort of just like batted around by that, but you're not going anywhere. Floating kind of feeling. Someone said underwater. Yeah, totally. I could imagine that underwater, super liquidy, and it's just kind of going between these two places, and kind of like which you could interpret as having no tonal center, which is part of why it feels so dreamy. You could interpret it as, I think, sounding very Lydian, which I also believe is a very dreamy sounding scale. Sorry. Like that kind of feeling. Or the way I tend to hear this kind of stuff is it almost feels like the tonal center is implied but never played. So you're just sort of like stuck in this uncertain, beautiful place where there is nowhere to be or belong, you know. And her vocal, I mean, the verse is a little drier, but her chorus vocal is so reverby, right? So she's just, she's in it, you know, it's all around her and it's all around you as you listen. At least that's how I felt. And I love the little runs. It felt very like familiar. I think like, so beautiful. I was looking at the lyrics and she's singing, "What are we living for? What am I living for?" I love the repetition of that line. And then there's like some like kind of tinkly doodle doodle do, which might have been some keys or synths. It's really lovely. It was like precise but like billowy at the same time. Beautiful. Super enjoyed that. I really do want to listen to more Braids at some point. I'll add it to the list. The long, long list. Okay. If you're joining after my spiel at the beginning, please read the pinned post, which has hopefully most of the information you're going to need. But if you do want to make a general request in the chat, I ask that you hold off until the last 30 minutes. Hopefully you can stick around because that's when we're going to do all the general chat requests. Right now we're doing super chats. Maybe I should reverse that order. I just realized that maybe next time we should reverse that order since super chats stay forever and the other ones are fleeting. Maybe we'll do that. But yeah, I won't see them. They'll disappear, unfortunately. Okay, lovely. Thank you for that. Let's do... We got 2 requests from Haken. Retro. I guess I'll do a poll. Because it's there and Cockroach King. Okay. I have heard Cockroach King before, by the way, just so you know, if that influences your vote. Okay. Vincent's Virtues has tempted me with his verbiage. I have a curveball for you. I am intrigued. WoodenToaster, Nightmare Night. I would play the instrumental version. Okay. Let's do it. Hopefully this quality is good. Cliche. Okay, so I don't know where this is from or like what the instrumental version's about. Like it's hard to imagine vocals on it because it's got so much going on, but maybe they like took the vocal and played it on the synth or something. It's kind of video gamey. Like maybe it's got that chiptune sound, that 8-bit sound a little bit in the synths. The drums were kind of synth wavy but also slightly dubsteppy, just like a little bit. And yeah, and it definitely had a harmonic minor, like classical sound the whole time. Like the chord progression was like something like flat 6, but then like did the harmonic minor jump, which made it sound kind of evil and dark. And then the synth also had a lot of the like, it's like some of the notes are articulated, but some of them have the portamento, like dun, 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 like, which I feel is a very chiptune thing as well. But it gives it an interesting feeling of like synthetic and alive at the same time because of the, you know. Oh man, that's fun. Me Morp would like to know if there's super chat rent through. Let me check for you. I don't see it. Not a me morp. No me morp. Sorry, maybe try again. There's also something about that sounded like slightly Japanese. I'm wondering if something about the third chord and the progression felt Japanese. I can't really explain why yet. I would have to break it down further, but yeah. That was playful. Okie dokie. Next, we're going to go into the alternative rock, prog, metal kind of arena with TesseracT. I'm so excited to hear more TesseracT. I've listened to Hexes an embarrassing number of times, and everything else I've heard is cool. I know that the singer changed at some point, so I don't know, but so far everything has sounded amazing, and they're very talented. So we're listening to Of Matter, Proxy by TesseracT. What? How dare they? Maybe it goes into another song on the album or something, but oh my god, that was so weird. I was like, what is happening? What's wrong with my internet? Oh my god. That is crazy. Wow. Yeah, they're so good. The drummer has my heart. I mean, just like changing up the entire feeling of the song by shifting the groove or doing like a metric modulation where you like take a pulse, some inner pulse from one groove and like turn it into the beat of another, and like, you know, just playing with the rhythm in such a cool way, but still being a drummer, right? Not like abdicating his responsibility to like, you know, keep the time. Danny Carey does a good job of that as well. But oh my goodness. I can't tell if that's the same singer as the Hexes. I think maybe not, but maybe. Either way, they do. If it's different, both guys have really like, they can belt. You know, like there's so much passion in their voice, and they can carry, you know, and like pull the whole song with them. It's so powerful when they go up high. You know, it's like I don't even think I could sing that high and belt that clearly and beautifully, and like, you know, there's always some sort of intense like climax, I feel like, in their songs. In fact, all the TesseracT songs I've heard have been like intense. I love intense music, so I'm a huge fan. Okay, Rain's Lit by Neon, you are being rude. Sorry. It's just like, it's in the pin post. If you can't be kind and civil, if you don't like music and you are just being negative and, you know, telling people to shut up, you're out of here. So sorry. Like, I don't know how you're back. I removed you. And I hate doing this because it completely derails the whole live stream. And it now we have to talk about this. And I just want to play music, you know? But if you hate what we're playing, then just leave. Like, just be community minded. If it's not for you, then don't say anything. Just go. You know what I mean? Okay. Sorry. It's just, I don't understand why people have to be so negative about what they don't like and why they have to attack other people. Just, you know, this is not the place. This is not the live stream for that. I'm sorry. So. I don't really think that you need to even be aware of the rules to be a nice person. You know? Sorry. Just. Okay. Good morning, Brad. Welcome. All right. So, yeah, that was gorgeous. Definitely a dark harmonic minor vibe as well. Similar to the electronic chippy tune one. Just love that. Curious about which album this is from because I don't recognize the cover. It's not the one from that Hexes is on. Okay. All right. All right. Let's do Queens of the Stone Age. I Sat by the Ocean. Yes, 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 yes.
Sat by the ocean.
Flat 6. Nice touch. Flat 6. Mode mixture.
There's nowhere to run away. Said boy, if you want love, you'll have to go and find it with someone new. Do you know who you really are? You sure it's really you? Lies are a funny thing. They slip through your fingertips because it never happened to you.
Falsetto's so good.
Time moves on the heels as we fade out of view. Imagine that we are lonely instead of the lonely one. You, me, and the line. Silence is closer. We're passing ships in the night.
Harmony. Flat 6. So good, damn. They like I mentioned this before, but they often use like, and I guess it was because Josh Homme learned guitar from like a polka guy, so, which has like a lot of major chords or something. I don't know. Anyway, but there's always this really cool, like, you know, there's obviously like blues influence because it's rock, but there's also this twisty mixture in the harmony because of everything being like a major chord. Like that's often what they do. And so if you make everything a major chord, eventually you'll have to go outside of the key. And I don't imagine that they're even thinking about like staying inside of a key. I think they're, you know, playing with what they think sounds fantastic. But you know, it's called mode mixture, and I've mentioned it before. But it's just every time, like, it just never fails. Like it's such an amazing way to like spice up the listener's experience and to communicate more complex, I think, stories and emotions and stuff. It's just so good. So this one's like, there's this flat 6 thing they were doing a lot, right? I do think there was one minor chord. Sorry. Right there, right? And was there any of this? No, there wasn't. Of course not. It was all flat 6. Yeah. Maybe a little. It's just so dope. I love how Josh goes into his falsetto through the line, you know, and he will often do a little note change at the end of that line in the verse. Like sometimes I think it goes like, and sometimes it goes, or he'll like go up a little higher, just like these little touches. So well produced, so well mixed, like wide and clear. You can hear everything that's going on, but it's full, energetic, and it's beautiful vocal harmonies as well in the chorus. Kind of like a parallel third sound, which the thirds are inside of the chords. So it's sort of like highlighting that mode mixture sound with the vocal harmonies. So fantastic. Killer. Is this from like is this from, what's this? Is this, all their albums are red. So I'm like, can't quite remember what this one is. Did we do a listening party on my Patreon for this album? We might have. So I've definitely listened to that one and like broken it down before. So maybe it was requested on Patreon. I can't remember. Okay, amazing. All right. Is from like Clockwork. Okay, yes. That's on my Patreon. I can't remember if it's still behind the paywall or not. I'll double check later. Okay. Next is, it's not rock. I actually know this song. It's from Ishome's album Confession. Yeah. And it's Ken Tavr. Is that how it's said? She's Russian. And I is this a person that she's referencing? I can't remember. Or is it like a term? But I love her stuff so much. It's really interesting. It depends on, well, you can just hear it. You'll just tell me what you think the genres are. Oh yeah, this one's really chilled out. That's a good one. This is such a great album. You should just listen to the whole thing. I love Wildness. She often does really interesting things with her voice. I mean, she's never just like singing a song, you know, she's manipulating like slices of her vocal in really cool ways, often form and shifted, and it's just cool. So yeah, that one definitely had a little bit more of a like chilled out vibe than some of her other ones. You know, it's, yeah, trip hop does kind of sort of fit, but it's really ambient, you know, at the same time. And I love how it feels like, you know, she has chords, and they last a long time. They're just kind of like there creating this expanse, and then she'll shift it. But whenever she shifts it, it's like I don't expect it. I can never predict when she's going to move. So there's also like this interesting precarious nature to the whole thing where I'm like, I'm in a place with her. I'm like getting comfortable, and I know any minute it could change. And it's like mostly these three chords. I think it's like this minor chord, this minor chord, this major chord. And then she has that cool vocal that she's, you know, manipulated. That's like, so because the chords are shifting in ways you don't expect, there's no predictable phrasing either. Like phrasing is like, oh, you got like, you know, 8 bars and then a new section starts, you know, and like you get to know those phrases and how long they last. You know, when you have lyrics, that kind of helps dictate like how long things go on, right? But the phrasing is just so fluid, and I love that. It almost feels a little improvisational, you know, of like just following the exact moment when it feels right to shift. And then the lead is a little funky. It's got that little chromatic, you know, it has a little like bluesy almost thing in there. The sound of that is like kind of her signature, like that synth, the way it, and the way she opens up the filters so that it's very talkative sounding, like, you know, and it'll like, suddenly it'll get really, and then it'll like, but it's cool. And there's a beautiful performance that she did of Confession, the entire thing. Maybe it's not the entire thing. Maybe it's just some songs. And it's being recommended to me right now. She's like in this cool room with trees all around her. Yes, a room with trees. It's lovely. But yeah, I love her production. I just think it's just different, you know? Okay. Got you, Chris. Thank you. What's the artist though? Is it this? What's the artist? Tell me. Okay. What the winner of the poll for the Haken was it wasn't Cockroach King, right? It was the other one. Because It's There. Is that right? I remember ending the poll, and then I guess it disappears, and now I can't see it. I just want to make sure that I got that right. Because it's Haken time. Okay, thank you, Clores. It's there? Okay. I can't figure out where it is. Okay. All right.
Life is a dream, a gift we receive to live and to love. We forge the path
Revival, exactly. Pretty. Wow. Started out like almost like a chant, you know? It was like this, you know, so many part harmony, very choral. Because like pop singing is different. Pop singing has like scoops, but that was like choral singing. Really beautiful, rich harmonies. But yeah, I almost got that like chant, like, you know, vibe. So sort of reverent. And then the drums came in, and they sound like real drums, but they've been something's been done to them, chopped up, programmed, or maybe played, but then after that chopped up. I'm not sure. But there was like, you know, some hits that sounded like exactly the same, and also they were like cut off at the end. No, you know, it's just like just the transient, like, and then it had a glitch going on, and I was like, whoa. Beautiful acoustic guitar. Was there a fretless bass, or was it just a very like expressively played bass? And then by the end, it was kind of like all of the uncertainty was gone, and you had this, you know, like maybe indie folk kind of almost pop song. The drums, you know, great drums. This whole song just really well mixed too. And the melody was like these really long notes, like something, whatever. While underneath there was another one of them, like something, 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 doing like these rhythms. Interesting contrast, feeling like something's just so slow and drawn out while something's so quick. But there were other moments too where I was just like, I almost thought like a little bit of an identity crisis feeling at times listening to it, of like, yeah, my mind wants to construct something around this and make sense of it in a certain way that like the switch ups, almost like more than when I listen to a band like Mr. Bungle, where I know that the identity of the song is that it's going to change identities, right? But for this, it wasn't so much of that it felt like its identity. Anyway, it was really interesting, but beautiful. Not fretless. Okay, well, they kind of played it like, you know, like maybe it's just when they went really high and they put some vibrato on it, and it reminded me of the way people play fretless bass. But wow, that's cool. I remember listening to some Haken on a different live stream as well, and I was impressed. That's really cool. All right, one more before work bitch and our stretch break. Let's do, someone requested Open Eye Signal. Only thing is, it's a bit long. Who is it? I do want to play John Abraham. Did I not say 5-minute limit? Yeah, so 5-minute max is what we're going for here. So if you're okay with me fading it out after, 5 minutes, then I'll do it. You just let me know, okay? Because that's a great song. Why don't we just end this hour with a bang before our break with the Dillinger escape plan? Although, they can take different forms. So I don't know if this is going to be crazy or one of their more melodic songs, but it's Crossburner. You okay with that, Abraham? Okay, cool. got a little Alice in Chainsy. Okay. So that was amazing. Greg's voice is one of my favorites. It's just so good. I mean, his scream is so great. Not all screams work for me, some of them are harder to get into. His scream is so satisfying to me. It's very tonal. It's like a pitched scream, but it's also really harsh. It's not like a but his singing voice is amazing. He's got it both. The texture of his voice feels like almost edible. It's very meaty. And then the guitars in this song also felt edible. The whole thing was just like a big satisfying bite. It was so thick, the whole time. The primary riff that's happening in the slow section is this big interval. Which is a major seventh, which is dissonant. It's funny enough, that's what's in a major scale, but that's not how they're using it, right? And the something far away is also very half steppy. It's the tritone in the scale. So it just had a lot of angularity and interesting, but it was cool because not all their music, I would say, you could even put down on a piano at all. I'm not sure I've really heard them play this sludgy and slow before. So that was really exciting. Everything I've heard has been that da 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 da, which is cool, but not something I would typically put on. This I would totally put on in the car at the stoplight. But it did have a couple moments though where it took a turn, right? Completely different. And the fact that they stay together live, because I've seen some videos, is amazing. They're so talented, and I think they could do so many different things, and you can hear some of their breadth, I think, on their more melodic tracks, but this was another side to them as well. And I don't know. They're so good. I can't remember. Oh, somebody asked me about some crazy jazz chords happening way up high. I don't remember where those were or if I heard them or not. I'm sorry. I think I would need a timestamp to go back to, but I I'm also like not necessarily very good at picking out all the jazz chords because I just haven't really trained my ear on that. So I'm not sure I would have noticed or been able to label them for you either. But some crazy stuff. Yeah. Greg Pachato's solo stuff is really good too. And he's in the Black Queen. It's a little bit more 80s. Oh, right. Good one. Okay, it's time to work bitch. Britney Spears, R. Schmickey's request. I think unfortunately had to step away, but he can watch it later. Oh no, I just remembered I wore shorts today. Well, that's okay. I forgot. I might just go off to the side. And we're gonna just, here's what we're doing if you don't know. We're trying to fight death. Early death. So we're gonna get up and move our bodies. Everyone do it. Or drink some water at the very least. Maybe do ankle pumps. Do something to be like, work against the sitting. So I'm just gonna go over there and we're gonna work bitch. Okay. When I go to the video, it says I just recently played it. I'm like, yes, I did. I can't help but think of a little bit of Lexus as well. The music video is so good.
You wanna hot body? You wanna Bugatti? You wanna Maserati? You better work, bitch. You wanna Lamborghini? Sitting martinis, look hot in a bikini. You better work, bitch. You wanna live fancy, live in a big mansion, party in France. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. Now get to work, bitch. Now get to work, bitch. Ring it on, won't stop now, just be the champion. Working hard, it's your profession. Watch out now, 'cause here it comes. Here comes the pressure, here comes the master, here comes the big beat to blast. No time to quit now, just trying to get it now. Pick up what I'm putting down, pick up what I'm putting down. You want a hot body, you want a Bugatti, you want a Maserati. You better work, bitch. You want a Lamborghini, sitting martinis, look hot in a bikini. You better work, bitch. You wanna live fancy, live in a big mansion, party in France. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. Now get to work, bitch. Now get to work, bitch. Break it up, break it down. See me coming, you can hear my sound. Tell somebody in your town. Spread the word, spread the word. Gonna call the police, gonna call the governor. I bring the trouble, that means the trouble. I'll make it over law, call me the outlaw. I am the bad bitch, the bitch that you never know.
Actually, this bridge is so beautiful. Check it out.
Hold your head high, fingers to the sky. They gon' try to try ya,
Let's
but they can't deny ya. Keep it moving high.
And it's a 3-bar phrase or whatever, 6 bars.
Hold your head high, fingers to the sky. Now they don't believe ya, but they gonna
Nice parallel fifths in her vocal. Higher, higher. Oh, it's the shortened version. Oh well. Actually, it goes on longer. You better work, bitch. You better work, bitch. Oh my god, I never noticed she's actually singing there. You better work, bitch. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So sometimes I watch that music video just because it's cool and Britney's legs look amazing. I'm not ashamed to say it. It's just. But yes, if you've watched Schitt's Creek, a little bit Alexis was, they even said, of course, like it was inspired by this song. So they just kind of did like a sound alike, right? At least the production. Oh my god. But yeah, we got flat six in the bridge. It's great. Okay, great. How about the music video is cool? You mean BDSM? I mean, yeah, but also the product placements is insane. It's just entertaining. Yep. Okay. And Brittany's wearing those like baggy like parachute pants with the I don't know. It's just something about it. But yeah, that's fun. Okay. All right. Next up is 5 minutes of John Hopkins' Open Eye Signal, which if you haven't heard this album, Immunity, it's incredible. I'm sorry to have to fade this one out, but... everything's just creeping in. Completely forgot that there's like a shaker in this song. Oh yeah. If you want to see me analyze John Hopkins, look for the video that's called Builds, or Big Builds, I think. get so good. This is the 5-minute mark. Well, it's gonna have this beautiful big. The wave is gonna crest, right, and then it's gonna come back down. You gotta. It's great. Just listen to the whole album. Just do it. Just do it. It's so fucking great. Amazing. Okay. I have some tough choices to make. Okay, we're doing From Can to Can't, Corey Taylor and a bunch of other people.
Under the water, it's cold and it's gray. My torrid autumn, another season decays. Open up the hollow, let my walls come down. Tell you it's a problem just when no one's around. But then I know what's wrong. God, you complicated everything.
This has that like
I know you're gone.
Aerosmith
This is where
Dream On kind of vibe.
my line. I will draw my line. Burning my cathedrals, 'cause I don't pray anymore. Look at all these people, tragic little people. They're smiling and they don't know what for. But then
Mind cliches.
I know what's wrong. God, you complicated everything. I know you're gone, gone, gone. This is where I will blur my line.
Now it's straight. It was swinging. Now it's
I will blur my line.
lots of chromatic lines and line cliches going up and down. If you want to know more about line cliches, go to David Bennett Piano's YouTube channel. He's got some good videos about it. He's got good videos about pretty much everything. Cool. So I don't know who was doing what, but it sounded like Corey Taylor was singing for sure. There are some vocal harmonies though, so it could have been some other folks. Maybe because I know Dave sings, but he also might be playing guitar. He might even be drumming. Who knows? Who knows? That's cool. I have never heard that before. It's very slow. It's kind of a 6/8. That's a nice slow 6/8. But then it straightened itself out after a while, and then it went back. Yeah, nice. Okay. Next is Biffy Clyro, Spanish radio.
I'm gonna walk to the water's edge, refuse to be cleansed, but struggle in. Your crown don't fit, so vacate the throne and up with your head. I need a shoulder to cry on. I got a heart, I got a reason to love you all. Every single person is not at all our conversation. I'm looking for total dislocation. I always wake to the sound of your voice, and I am floating on an ominous cloud. This dark land looming over the hill. Maintain a holy stance and protect your children. I got a heart, I got a reason to love you all. Every single person is not at all our conversation. I'm looking for total dislocation. I got a tree, it's time to cut it to its knees. Don't wanna rush it, we got to please. We have to glisten as I remain in splendid isolation.
Ooh, this just got really rich.
I got a heart, I got a reason to love you all. Every single person is not at all our conversation. I'm looking for total dislocation. I've got a tree, it's time to cut it to its knees. Don't wanna rush it, we got to please. We have to glisten as I remain in splendid isolation. You could be lost
This is wild.
at the same time as being found. You could be lost at the same time as being found.
Wow. Okay, that grew on me. At first I wasn't sure. Like I was like, okay, it's got I always like it though when I'm hearing a lot of different kind of genres all together. I just never heard this combination. So I was like, whoa, whoa. And the fact that it's in 5/4 too, 5/4 as well, was just like, oh my God, like it's so creative. But then it started to stir emotions in me as it started to build. And I was like, oh, fuck. You know, it just got so epic and huge, and the harmonies, a lot of ascending, you know, and I think it was just in a major key, but you know, don't knock it, because there's a reason it's the king, you know. I mean, it doesn't always do a lot for me, but sometimes it like, it's exactly what's needed. There's also like, for every key and scale, there's like parts of it that are like the shiniest parts. That brought out all the shiniest parts. And it felt like I wasn't really, again, I wasn't listening to the lyrics, but I think whatever it's really about, it felt like it had that beautiful nuance of humanity's, like, it's light and it's dark, you know, its struggles and it's like joy, and, you know, it got really, it started to feel really important at the end. So that was so cool. Wow. A lot of harmonies, a lot of beautiful harmonies. So cool. Okay, guys. So I tried to pit Chelsea Wolfe against Boards of Canada. That was a mistake. So here we go. Next is Boards of Canada, Reach for the Dead. It's muted. I'm sorry. Here we go. God, it's a flat 6 chord in a Boards of Canada song. Okay, this rules. That chord is so ominous. Now I can see how everyone's like, you have to analyze tomorrow's harvest. You have to. Well, that was beautiful. I loved the drums, the halftime groove with all the detail. And yeah, they had chords, they had synths. Beautiful. They had a flat six chord, so like, I'm sold. Gorgeous. Okay, next is Chelsea Wolfe, Kings. Goth music, but gothic. Like, she's in a cathedral where she's a gargoyle. She would be a beautiful gargoyle, like statue, not an actual pumpkin. She would just scare people away with her like long hair. It would just be like, drowning in reverb. This is in 3/4, legitimately. It's kind of rare for rock pop. No, she would be like a beautiful statue on the top of a scary building. Not that she looks like a gargoyle. She does scare me a little bit. I like it. So many minor chords. It's like the opposite of Queens of the Stone Age. Whoa. That is, I've never heard anything quite like that. Yeah, minor chords make everything sound creepy. Just the minors, only the minors. Wow. All right, we're going to listen to a song by The Ocean. It's Bathyalpelagic. 3. And while we listen, I'm going to open up the chat to general chat requests. I'll be able to play 3 to 4 songs. So give me your best pitch, and I will make the difficult decision to pick. All right. It's muted again. Stop that. Stop muting my songs. blast beats. That was so much more metal than the Ocean albums that I did, Eric. Like, because the other ones had like maybe there was some screaming but mostly singing. That one was just metal. I'm not even sure I could necessarily analyze what was going on harmonically. There's a lot of there was that very metal thing they do sometimes where they have parallel thirds. They're like like in the guitars like harmonizing. It makes me think of Cold as Ice. I know it's not metal or whatever, but it's just what it makes me think of. Very genty. There were some blast beats. I recognize that. Nice. But yeah, different side of them for sure than the others. Less melodic. More metal. The Ocean's such a cool band though, guys. They only do music about like geologic eras and stuff. Epics and Earth. It's all science-based music. Okay. So we're going to start with Baths. I knew right away when someone requested Baths. Yes. Baths, and the song is Ironworks. Wow, this is very different than the Baths I've heard before. Wow. This is Baths? I'm astounded. What a versatile person. Okay, there it is.
Victorian doorway.
See, this is what like incredible mixing and production sounds like. You know, it kind of reminds me of Kishibashi. Was I gonna play Kishibashi this? Oh shit! Oh no, I did it last time.
Victorian doorways in tempestuous foreplay. I am sweet swine among whites not bright and clocks locked on a night of cake and kin, where I took you by your skin indoors, a light spinning, we Victorian doorway.
No bass.
Victorian doorways in tempestuous foreplay. I am sweet swine among whites not bright and clocks loud. Sweet swine, and no man is ever mine, and no man is ever mine. Oh, I am sweet swine, and no man is ever mine, and no man is ever.
Wow. Another artist I need to just dive into. I forget how I heard about him. I think it was probably like back in the day with the Spotify Discover Weeklies, and his song Ocean Death was recommended, and I was obsessed. Oh my God, that song is so powerful. It is so powerful. But yeah, his voice is, there's nothing like it. I mean, well, I guess having said that, he does, him and Kishibashi, I played a Kishibashi song last time. There is something, the sweet lilting falsetto they both have. I really like that sound personally. It's just, especially when it goes from chest up to falsetto. I love that switch. It's just so beautiful. But yeah, that one was in I'm not really sure, but it had like a slow, a slow pulse like this, but it also had faster kind of, but then subdivided into that was 3. So it's kind of almost like if you took a 12/8 of like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a but then you play it halftime. I'm not sure. So pretty, but yeah, that also lilts. Anything grouped in 3 just feels like you're being, rocked and pushed. It's very but like a perfect circle does a lot of stuff in 6/8, and it's not feeling like it's comforting you necessarily, but it just has a sort of momentum of itself. Whereas 4/4 with straight eighths is very solid. It's very hard and solid. So it's just beautiful, gorgeous chord changes, and oh my God. That was such a good choice. Thank you for suggesting that. Ironworks. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe I'll do some polls. Maybe I'll push off some of the responsibility to y'all. I'm gonna pit. I know who's gonna win though. Never mind. A bunch of people wanted to hear this one. James Blake, Retrograde. So the people have spoken. And by people, I think 3 of you. But that's still a lot. All saying, yes, I want to hear this. Oh, is this the music video? No. The sound you're hearing is... I don't know if it's the original, but there's something falling from the sky in a blaze. Oh! This one. Man, that clap is so drum machine. Isn't it just what drum machine is that from? I recognize it, but I don't know enough about gear. That run he does. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're on. In a world you've grown. Few more years to go. Don't let the hurdle fall. So be the girl you loved. Be the girl you loved. Oh wait. So show me why you're strong. Ignore everybody else. We're alone now. Oh wait. So show me why you're strong. Ignore everybody else. We're alone now. Suddenly I'm hit. It's this darkness of the dawn.
Ooh, flat six.
When your friends are gone. When your friends won't come. So show me where you fit. So show me where you fit. Oh wait. So show me why you're strong. Ignore everybody else. We're alone now. Oh wait. Oh wait. Suddenly I'm hit. It's this darkness of the dawn.
Damn, this is good. I forgot.
Friends are gone. When your friends won't come. So show me where you fit. So show me where you
Sorry. Oh my god. I'm putting it out because it's now just fire noises. Man, that big synth. Those chords just like I do feel like Flume, who was kind of starting to, I think, get popular around this same time, did a lot of those just really rich. And again, I don't know gear, so there's probably like some gear that is attached to that sound, but I recognize it. But it's so full. It's so bright, and it's so in your face, and it just feels like it pulls it out of me. It's like I can't ignore it. I can't not feel something. It just commands me. And the so many pretty chord changes in that one. That would be a great video to analyze at some point. And but it's like at its core, it's kind of blues, but then it's got all these like non-blues chords. But like his melodies are very bluesy. And I mean, he's got a lot of soul to him. By the way, if you like the sound of those synths and the strident kind of nature of them, highly recommend James Blake's song Timeless. It kind of gets to the point where it's like alarming siren-y feeling at the end, but if you can get through it, it's so worth it. And then another artist, Bear Cubs, has a song called Underwaterfall that has some, good shit. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay. All right. What are we doing? I'm like, all right. Okay. Great. Yes, you can make a request, Falcon. I'm at this point. I'm picking what interests me. So I'll still take requests up until the last moment. Okay. So I already have one picked out to like send us off. That I think. I don't know. It's kind of overplayed. I don't know if I want to listen to it. Maybe not. It was going to be Daft Punk Get Lucky, but I think, yeah, I don't know. It's a great song. I mean, I remember when it came out. I remember where I was, like, but I don't know. I'm not sure I'm in the mood at the moment. Like, you know, it's everywhere. Maybe reaching for something a little more out of reach. Let's do Pretty Lights Around the Block featuring Talib Kweli. Oh no, it's a music video. Let's not do that. I just want the song. I just want the music. Just for right now. Is that it? Please, I hope this is the right version. Has anyone requested Nine Inch Nails? I know what I would pick from Hesitation Marks. No contest.
Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shine. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shine.
Groovy.
Back in the house. Right now is the best moment you ever known. Right now is the best moment you ever known. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shining. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shining. My God is A, the product of New York City nights. But when you criticize and you call it the northern pretty lights. Getting high, my city is like requirement. It's my environment. I won't hop on it like a violin. Analog back in the house like the Santa Fa. Posted up like a fan on the block. Hand to God, words ball. Right now is the best moment you ever know. You gotta make it your own. Let's take it home, yeah. You gotta make it your own. 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 Yeah.
Woo! Little glitch. Glitch hop. Okay, I think.
What I love of it. What I love of it.
Well, that was so feel good. I love Glitch Hop. I haven't been listening to it lately, but it's great. Like Mr. Bill is kind of my entryway. It's fun, and a lot of it does swing like that. It got that casual vibe. It's very satisfying. Also, kind of like something you want to sink your teeth into. And that one was kind of minor pentatonic. Oh, maybe not pentatonic. Just minor. But yeah, tasty synths and that breakdown, glitchy, textured. Like I feel like, you know, the quality of just the sounds themselves in electronic music production is really starts to ramp up. Is ways to like best engineer sound. And, you know, I don't know, I just really enjoy good, crispy, detailed, thick, deep, wide, like, you know, punchy, like just the better the mix, the more I'm like, oh my fucking God, you know, like the song obviously is very important, but oh my God, a good mix is like, I have a playlist of just good mixes. And yes, I like all the songs, but like they're there because of their mixing. It's so good. Amazing. I kind of want to stay with electronic for now. So I know there's a lot of great rock requests in the chat. And I'm sorry, but I gotta go with my gut, which is also getting very hungry. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one more song request, and then someone requested that I pick a Nine Inch Nails song. So we got 2 left. Okay, so I'm gonna do I Am Robot and Proud, Slow Reaction. And I don't think I know this artist, so I'm excited. And it's muted again. Stop that. Brain dance. Adorable. Has a flat 6 chord, so yeah. Well, kind of. It's sort of halfway between a major scale and a minor scale, so I guess depends on how you think about it. But that chord, I like that chord. The bleeps and the bloops and half time. Yeah, it was bleep bloopy, but it had a bunch of like little tinkles too. Bleepy bloopy tinkly. And also buzzy. Texture. Nice little syncopated funky line. The rhythm, the da, da, patriotic pride intensifies. This is a deep cut. Sounds like the radar operation in Spaceballs. That guy was talented. Okay, so fun. Okay, I made all my comments pretty much during the song. So, all right, the Nine Inch Nails song I've picked is "Various Methods of Escape." Oh my God, it's one of the best Nine Inch Nails songs I think that he's ever made, and it's so good. And I have a video about it. But yeah, if you're one of the folks that sort of dropped off listening to Nine Inch Nails after maybe like The Fragile or something, and you haven't heard much Hesitation Marks, I'm curious what you think of this. It's certainly a far cry from Pretty Hate Machine, but I think it's so well done.
Hallucinating fidelity.
That's one of his favorite rhythms.
The pieces of a plan.
Details.
Construction of the highest quality. The blood from my own hand. A line of lyric looping in my head. Nobody listening.
That's so Trent Reznor to do.
So it doesn't really matter anymore. Guess it doesn't mean a thing. I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you have to make it so hard? Let me get away.
So very Trent Reznor.
An effigy so wondrous to behold. A statement so profound.
So much ear candy.
A place to bury everything I did. And burn it to the ground. The fire illuminates the final scene. The past repeats itself. I cannot tell the difference anymore. I cannot trust myself. I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you have to make it so hard? Let me get away. I've gotta let go. I've gotta get straight. Why'd you have to make it so hard? Let me get away. Lose myself in you.
It's also such a trendy thing to do.
I think I could lose myself in you.
I just heard notes that he's singing in this bridge that I've never heard before.
I could lose myself
Lose myself. Oh my God. And this synth coming in. Oh, and that. Toms. Nice. Nick, if the downward spiral and broken are a dirty garage warehouse, this is the soap aisle at Target. I mean, you're not wrong. Hesitation Marks, I think, is very squeaky clean production-wise compared to some of the other stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's the end. Thank you so much for coming. I wish we could play everything. I really do. You know, if we decide, like, after we get to 2025 that we still want to keep doing the years, maybe we'll just have to do like an entire month for 1 year or something. You know, I mean, but honestly though, you know it's not going to be enough. It'll never be enough because there's just so much good music. And just, you know, it's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Doodle-doom, doodle-doom, doodle-doom. And with that, I bid you adieu. I want to apologize for my little rant and outburst about the being negative in the chat. I like kind of got hooked and I felt like I couldn't stop myself, and I'm sorry. I'm going to be more professional next time. But everyone just be nice, okay? Great. Okay, I will see you guys next week for 2014. See ya.